This is hip number 37, your first 5 to 6 year old head horse. Lee White, past champion of the Fall Classic. Well, there it is, gentlemen, and it is a 9-1-5. 9 and a 1-5 in the field. 73.5 and a 73. 217.35, 217.35. Let's go to hip number 39. Hip number 39, Short Silver Bullet by I Am Still Smoking, Levi Schmidt, owner-operator right here. Breeders' Elite eligible 5-year-old gelding by I Am Still Smoking. We are 3 deep into the 5 to 6 year old head horses. Well, it's an 8 and 23. 75 from judge number 1 and a 74. 74 from judge number 2 for a total of 220.77. 220.77 for Short Silver Bullet and Levi Schmidt. This is a Tristan Wolseley-owned horse with Cora Graham. You saw it earlier in the heeling. Back in the head in here. Dry Pep Holodoc. Watching it all morning. Tregolay going to do the heading this time. And a 781. 781. $72.5 from judge number 1 and a 72 from judge number 2. 216.69, 216.69. Hip number 40, a streak of dry dock. This is TJ Mill. TJ is aboard a streak of dry dock by a streak of Sting, the 6-year-old gelding that is Breeders' Elite eligible. Hip number 40. And a 904. 9 and 04. 74 from judge number 1. 75 from judge number 2 for a total of 219.96. 219.96. Let's go to hip number 41. Hip number 41, here comes Bailey Hines aboard ALG Starlight Blue. Blue is rare by Blue is Rare. This is a Breeders' Elite eligible pony right here. 6-year-old by Bailey Hines. Well, Keeley swipes in there, going to be a 747. 747. 74.5 from judge number 1, and we're going to be a 76. 76 from judge number 2. 223.03, 223.03 for Bailey Hines and ALG Starlight Blue. Let's go to hip number 42. Here is hip number 43, a Breeders' Elite eligible 5-year-old gelding named an Easy Fix by Fixin' to Go. Julie Leggett, the owner, Doug Wilkinson, the breeder, T. McLeod, the roper. 5-year-old gelding. All right, well, it's going to be an 8-3-0. 8-3-0. 73 from judge number 1 and a 71. 71 from judge number 2. 215.7, 215.7 for T. McLeod and an Easy Fix. Let's go to hip number 44. Hip number 44, I'm a Caliente 2. This is Tel Fuelling aboard the 6-year-old stallion owned by Glenn Olford. And it came from the Pitzer Ranch, where this 6-year-old stud come from by Corona Caliente. Going to be an 8-5-4. 8 and 5-4. 75.5 from judge number 1 and a 74. 74 from judge number 2. 220.96. 220.96. Let's go to hip number 45. Hip number 45, ALG Cash Flow. This is Brody Groves aboard Lisa Groves Perks French Cash bred 5-year-old mare. That's part of the Breeders' Elite eligible. Rope and incentive, they call Moolah. Hip number 45 and Brody Groves. There's a 7 and 5-5, a 7 and 5-5 for the Groves. 75.5 and a 74. 74 going to be our total of 221.95, 221.95. Let's go to hip number 46. Hip number 46, a Rockin' Robin by Rock'em Sock'em Ray. Here comes Kyle Wilson aboard the V Workin' Ranching 5-year-old gelding. Big Dan, they call him, Breeders' Elite eligible right here. V Workin' Ranching is back with another one with Kyle Wilson aboard. Really get one there with the barrier. It's an 8 and 6-9. 8 and 6-9 plus 10. 78 and an 82. 221.31. 221.31 for Kyle Wilson in hip number 46. Big Dan. Let's go to 47. 47, Z-Bar Royal Sailor. Red Havernan here aboard the Z-Bar and Royal King. Bred 5-year-old gelding. They call Frosty. Let's watch Rhett and hip number 47. Well, there it is right there. It's going to be an 8 and 8-4. 8 and 8-4. 74 from judge number 1. 77 from judge number 2. 222.16. 222.16 for Rhett and hip number 47. Hip number 48, we're going to go to Cash Bonnett. Nix Rockette by Nixter. This is a 5-year-old mare owned by Cash Bonnett. Carla Penner bred this horse. Of course, Nixter standing out there in Manitoba by As Good As Nick Gets. Breeders' Elite eligible right here. Well, 7 and 5-1, 7.51, 78.5, and an 80 going to be 230.99, 230.99 for Cash Bonnett. Hip number 50, Fearless Major Fame. We're going to be looking at Levi Simpson aboard the Kevin Lyons own Fabs Fearless Rumor. This is a 4-year-old gelding. They call Fearless. Fearless Major Fame from Kevin Lyons and Levi Simpson. You bet. Well, 6 and 5-7. 6 and 5-7. With a 77 on judge number 1 and a 73 on judge number 2. 223.43, 223.43 for Levi Simpson and Fearless. Hip number 50. Hip number 52, we're going to be watching Lightning Babylina. Here's a clever name. They call her Baymare. Lightning Babylina by Pepsodolina. Telfueling owner-operator here. Lyle and Kathy Ludwig were the breeders here. This is a 5-year-old mare. We're watching Telfueling and hip number 52. Will an 8.28. 8 and a 2.8. To go with the 76 from judge number 1 and a 77 from judge number 2. 224.72. Good run. 224.72 for Telfueling and Baymare. Let's go to hip number 54. Hip number 54, we're going to be watching Gilligan's and Denham. Boomer. This is Lee White back aboard the Graham Campbell owned landsliding 5-year-old gelding. Hip number 54. Well, it's going to be a +5. That's a 10 and 06 +5. A 10 and 06 plus the 5. With a 74 from judge number 1. 76 from judge number 2. 214.94 for Lee White and Gala Guns and Denim. Let's go to hip number 55. Hip number 55 in environmental play. They call him Wallace. Here comes Logan Bonnett, one of our hosts here today. Environmental play by Rock'em Sock'em Ray. This is a 6-year-old gelding, part of the Breeders' Elite eligible roping incentive, hip number 55 and Logan Bonnett. 743, 75.5 from judge number 1 and an 80. An 80 from judge number 2. 228.07, 228.07 for Logan Bonnett and environmental play. Hip number 56, BMP Honorable. Diamondback, that's what they call him. We're watching Trey Gallet. BMP Honorable from Counterfeit and Checks. 5-year-old gelding. Trey Gallet, he's been busy all morning long here. Well, they turned in a 10 and 07 plus the barrier. 10 and 07 plus 10. 76.5 and a 78. 78. 214.43. 214.43 for Trey Gallet and BMP Honorable. Hip number 58 is part of the Breeders' Elite eligible roping incentive. 6-year-old gelding coming to us from Chelsea Dreger. You guessed it, here's a Nixter coming at you. Being shown today by T. McLeod. Nicked by honor. Brisbee is what they call him. Your 6-year-old gelding from Nixter. And a 634. 634 in the field. 77 from judge number 1. And a 77 from judge number 2. 227.66. 227.66 for T. McLeod and Brisbee. Let's go to hip number 59. Hip number 59, SAQ, Tough and Stylish. Like Callie's playing stylish, this is Chuck Bond coming at you with Tough, the 5-year-old gelding. You're watching Chuck Bond and lot number 59. Hip number 59. Will a 902. 9 and 02. 73.5 from judge number 1 and a 75 from judge number 2. 219.48. 219.48. Let's go to hip number 26. Spin 'em on duels. You seen this one earlier in the heeling. Hip number 26 again. Tel Fuellen bringing us another one here by Dooley Cat. 5-year-old gelding you watched in the heeling earlier. We're in the heading now. Part of the Breeders' Elite eligible roping incentive here as well. Hip number 26. Well, there we go with an 888. 8 and 88 across the board. 75, judge number 1, and a 78 from judge number 2. 224.12, 224.12 for Tel Fuellen and Spinning Mind Duels. Let's go to hip number 10. Here's another one you saw in the heeling earlier. 6 Hijacked by LSD Hijacked. You're watching Tate Schmidt aboard the 5-year-old gelding. Well, they get her done with an 8 and 5.9. 8 and 5.9. 76 from judge number 1, a 75 from judge number 2. 222.41, 222.41 for Tate Schmidt and Panda. Hip number 10. Let's go to hip number 60. Hip number 60, JT Honeybee. Here comes Kyle Wilson back aboard of V. Orkin Ranching. 5-year-old mare by JT Dry Dock Hickory. V. Orkin Ranching back with another one with Kyle Wilson aboard. Breeders Elite eligible 5-year-old mare. IDK, I don't know the barn name. Hip number 60. Well, a 927. So that was a 927 plus 5. 75.5, a 75.5 from judge number 1, and a 78 from judge number 2. 219.23. All right, let's go to hip number 61. Hip number 61, busy with Betty White. Saw the stockbroker. That's what this 6-year-old mare is by. We're watching a Kenna Hettinger horse ridden today by Logan Cullen. Busy with Betty White. Buffalo Hills Quarter Horses were the breeders on this horse. Congratulations to them on a successful dispersal sale last week. $769 plus the barriers, $769 plus 10. $75 from judge number 1 and a 79. A 79 from judge number 2. 216.31, 216.31 for Kenna Hettinger and hip number 61, busy with Betty White. We're going to go over the page. Here comes a hip number 13, a very smart Moonlight. Here is your unofficial winner of the healing. You saw this horse Keely Bonnett was showing earlier this morning. Going to the head side this time. Cash Bonnett. All right, Dan. 781. 781 in the field. 76 and a 77. 225.19. 225.19. Good run. Let's go to hip number 62. Let's go to Gringo Love by CD Diamond. This is T. McLeod riding a Justin Miller horse. Here is another stallion coming at you today. 6-year-old stallion that is a Breeders Elite eligible. Gringo, owned by Justin Miller, Verdun, Manitoba, by CD Diamond. Well, an 838 plus the 5, an 8 and a 38 plus 5. 73.5 from judge number 1 and a 73 from judge number 2. 213.12, 213.12 for T. McLeod and Gringo. Let's go to hip number 63. Hip number 63, Hickory Mission Neck. This is by Hickory Dickory Neck. Walker Galloway, owner, operator, showing us the horse here today, the 5-year-old gelding he calls Bandit. Hip number 63. Well, an 809. 809 for Walker and Hickory Mission Nick. 76 and a 79. A 79. 226.91. Good run. 226.91. Here comes hip number 32. We'll go to another one that you saw in the healing earlier here today. I Am a Shorty 2, Scooter. 6-year-old gelding by I Am Still Smoking. Tice McLeod going to be doing the heading here today. Of course, this one was bred by Elaine and Ken Betts. Lots of I Am Still Smokings around Alberta, Western Canada. Breeders Elite eligible. Gelding right here, hip number 32. You're watching Tice McLeod and I Am a Shorty 2, hip number 32. And it's going to be an 827 plus 5, an 827 plus the 5. 76 from judge number 1, and a 77 from judge number 2. 219.73, 219.73. Let's go to hip number 65. Here comes Cale Peterson aboard BSR North Fargo by Little Badger Starlight, of course, out of the patent program in Buck Lake, Alberta. This is a 5-year-old gelding coming to us from Rory Patton. Cale Peterson showing us the horse here today, hip number 65 on BSR North Fargo. Breeders' Elite eligible pony. Well, they get her done right there. It's going to be an 8 and 9 4. 8 and 9 4 for Cale Peterson and BSR North Fargo. Going to be a 75 from judge number 1. Going to be a 74. 74 from judge number 2. 220.06, 220.06. Let's go to hip number 66. Hip number 66, we're going to be watching Trey Galay aboard DHS Tough Roper by Guys Gotta Be Tough. Bred by Shane Brown, Lenore, Manitoba. Trey Galay, owner-operator right here on your 6-year-old gelding he calls Kevin. Well, they're clean in the field with an 893. 893. $78.5 from judge number 1 and an 81 from judge number 2. 230.57. Good run, Trey. Let's go to hip number 67. NL Wayne's Playgun. Logan Bonnett aboard the Lance Isaac owned 6-year-old gelding by Tripolina. We're watching hip number 67. NL Wayne's Playgun. King Louie, they call him. $731 plus 5, $731 plus 5. 77 from judge number 1, 79 from judge number 2. 223.69, 223.69. Let's go, Kobe Zimmer. Hip number 68 aboard Little Freckles Jewel by Royal Freckles Olea. This is a 5-year-old gelding called Rocket. Kobe Zimmer. Owner and rider. Cash Bonnett helping out on the back end here as we go through the 5 to 6-year-old head horses on a Sunday afternoon. A 758 plus 5, a 758 plus 5. 78.5, a 78.5, and a 79. 79. 224.92, 224.92. Let's go to hip number 69. Hip number 69, we're watching Doc's Sugar Checks. Colton Schmidt is coming to you with what horse they call Itchy. 5-year-old gelding, part of the Breeders' Elite eligible roping incentive. Doc's Sugar Checks by Doc's Hickory Jack. Ronald and Colton Schmidt teaming up with Doug Wilkinson bred horse. Well, a 611, a 611, along with a 77.5, and judge number 2 gives us a 78. 78. 229.39 for Colton and Itchy. Well, I think we're going to begin the rake. We're going to get some new ground for you guys.